Hi everyone, I'm Aditya Sharma. I'm co-founder and CEO of Hi Counselor and your host for this project. Let's double check if the connections are right and if you can see me on LinkedIn as well as YouTube. If you're live on this project, just let me know in the chat box that you can hear me loud and clear and you can also see me live here. That would be very helpful. In the meantime, I'll also check connections at my end. Okay. And just let me know in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear, if you can see my video, and then we'll be good to get started. Okay, I can see about 90 people live here on LinkedIn. People are joining YouTube channel as well. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, I've got a few confirmation. Thank you so much, Eric, Ramesh, Gerald, Sai. That's very helpful. If other people can also hit thumbs up button, that would also help me understand that you can hear me loud and clear, and that would be very very helpful. Okay, let's take a few more minutes and allow everyone else to join. By the way, I'm currently based out of San Francisco Bay Area, Sunnyvale to be exact. I'm not sure how many people are here based out of Sunnyvale or San Francisco Bay Area, or we can call it Silicon Valley. So why don't you guys tell me your current location, where you're located? Here I've entered my location in the chat box. If you can also let me know your current location, that would be very very helpful. Okay, so here is my location. Would love to know where you guys are located. I can see about 140 people live here. Da, da, da. Okay, let's take a few more minutes. Okay, so let's see where people are dialing in from. So Deepika is from San Diego, Ramesh from India, London, New Jersey, London, Detroit, Ireland. Okay, Austin, Texas, Spain, Boston. My wife graduated from Boston, Northeastern University. Buffalo, Washington D.C. Okay, Texas again. San Jose. Okay, Shreya, we are not too far. A few people from India again. Windsor, California. Dallas, Texas. Da da da. New York. Hellflix, Canada. Perfect, perfect. So thanks for confirming, guys. Thanks for sharing your location. Himaja is from Los Angeles and Chicago. Okay, by the way, I worked in both Los Angeles and Chicago during my. So before starting High Counselor, I used to work at Deloitte Consulting, and that's where I worked at Fox Studios in Los Angeles. We implemented Salesforce for them. And I also worked in Chicago at PricewaterhouseCoopers, 1 North Upper Wacker Drive. So great to see so many people from familiar places. Okay, cool. This is very helpful, guys. So before we get started on today's project, again, thank you so much for joining. I would like to know a little bit more about whether you're a first-time user or whether you're a repeat user. That would help me understand how much detail should I cover about the project or the ins and out of the entire thing, right? So just let me know in the chat box that I'm a first time user or I'm a repeat user. You can also do one thing. You can hit this clap icon or probably the bulb icons, right? So if you're a first time user, just hit the clap icon, or if you are a repeat user, hit bulb icon. Okay, that would be very helpful. So just let me know, and accordingly, I'll cover the relevant information, right? Not too much, not too little, whatever is right for you. Okay. So Hima says first time user. Again, you can either hit clap button for first time user. I can see a lot. If you're a repeat user, you can hit the bulb icon as well. Okay. First time user, repeat user. Okay. Sangeeta is again first time Jill. Okay, I can see a few bulb icons coming up. That's very helpful. Somebody hit thumbs up. I don't know what's that mean. So we are only doing clap as well as bulb icon. I can see a few bulb icons coming up. Those are repeat users. Okay, this is very helpful. Okay, actually a pretty good mix of both. Sachin Kamath says, will we get certificates? Yes, Sachin. So I'll let you know what is the criteria to get the certification. So definitely it's there. But again, I would so we'll jump into all those details. We'll also jump into Q&A. shortly, where you can ask any questions, and happy to jump into all of your answers. But yes, Q&A is certainly included. Okay, okay. So thanks for confirming, guys. This is very helpful. A few thumbs up coming up as well. Not sure what that means, but no, this is very helpful, guys. Thank you so much for confirming that. How many? So I think it's a good mix of both people here. Uh, so what I'll do is I'll try to cover a high level overview of all the details related to this project, right? A little bit about High Counselor as well. And again, we can open this platform for any questions that you may have. So, like live questions, we can take at the end. But again, let's take this as a relaxing event, right? Where certainly our objective is to learn, right? Learn and grow together. But let's not make it like a stress deal, because job search, data science, data analysis, right? I mean, not a very easy path when you do this. So let's take it light, and we'll try to achieve something good at the end of this project, which will be a 1 week project. Cool. So I think we have enough crowd here, about 170 people. So let me, those who have just joined, let me give a brief introduction again of this project and myself. So I'm Aditya Sharma. I'm co-founder and CEO of High Counselor, your host for today's session. One of my team member, Amit, will also be joining in from Canada. He's running a few minutes late, but he should join us in a few minutes, and I'll add him to the event. But the objective of this live projects, actually, this concept came up when I saw a lot of candidates getting rejected in the interview rounds. And yes, a lot of entry level and the people who are looking to transition in their career, who have been in a job role for a few times, they apply to jobs, they don't even get the interview calls, right? So after interacting with hundreds of recruiters and hiring managers, I realized that it's because employers need job ready talent. Employers are not ready to invest in candidates, invest in their training when they join. So they prefer candidates who have some hands on relevant work experience, okay, who've solved real world business problem. And that's where we came up with the idea that why don't we provide a real time experience to candidates. Excuse me, we provide a real time work experience to candidates where they solve real world problems. Okay, we are not talking about academic problems, we are talking about real world problems. And that's where we approached a few companies who are working on data science relevant projects here in Silicon Valley, and we asked their founder that, hey, would you mind sharing some of your projects with us that we can literally make candidates go through. And that's when this concept of live project solving came up, and we started this a few months ago. And it worked out really well, where we solve a real data science problem right from scratch here on LinkedIn Live in a week of 1 week time frame. Okay, and we'll provide you some live support. I'll tell you the entire process. That's the entire details of it. Okay, so we'll be solving this data science project today. I'll give you a high level overview. We'll provide you access of the platform, everything, and then we'll complete this project in the next 1 week. Okay, few things that I want to share with you before we get started, which might be helpful for you. So again, I'll leave it to you whether you want to go ahead with that or not. The first thing is, I really believe that you should know about uh, what's going on in the industry directly from the people. So recently I started interviewing people on streets of San Francisco, Bay Area, Silicon Valley, and literally asking them about their job role, what it takes them to achieve that particular job, and how much salary they are getting, right, directly from people. So I'm posting all those videos on my Instagram channel, and here is my Instagram. Let me add it. Okay, I'll also put it in the chat box for everyone. So if you go to Instagram, and you can follow this page, I try to add at least one or two interviews every single day, in which we talk about how much they earn and how did they get this particular job and what are the skills. And we try to cover mostly tech roles. Okay, so that might be of help to you. So I'm sharing it here. Feel free to follow, and I keep on adding interviews from professionals as well as sometimes hiring managers as well. Okay, people mostly in the US, and primarily in California and Silicon Valley. So feel free to follow this particular channel, and I'll provide more and more content over there. Okay, Now, we had a good mix of both first time as well as repeat user in this event, let me go through some of the details about myself and a little bit about High Counselor, because then later on we get a lot of questions, a lot of questions. So let me share my screen, okay? Da, da, da. Let's go through it. We'll try to be quick. I'll share my screen. Guys, if you can let me know in the chat box whether you can see my screen or not, that would be very helpful. I hope you should be able to see it. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn page that I was telling you, right? Sorry, not LinkedIn, Instagram page, right? So you can just search for aditya.highcounselor. And here I've started posting these videos. So where I'm interviewing people on the streets of San Francisco and California, how much they're earning right now, and how did they actually land into these jobs. So I think that would be very, very helpful for a lot of people directly listening. So feel free to come to this page and follow, and I'll try to add like 3 to 4 interviews every day. Okay. Now, let me give you a brief overview of High Counselor, because otherwise, what happens that after the event, I get probably bumped up with the messages, and there are still 7,000 messages that I still need to answer, which I certainly won't be able to answer. So let me try to provide you a high level information over here. Okay. So I'll make it a big screen. Cool. So we'll do this real world project in a few minutes. A little bit about myself. I completed my engineering back in 2012. So a lot of you must have I believe you have an engineering background. So I did my engineering back in 2012. Then I did my master's in engineering management from Duke University. Those who are not from the US, Duke is based out of North Carolina, Durham. And after graduating from Duke, I started my career at PwC in Chicago. That's where I lived in Chicago. It's a great city, but super cold, super cold. I mean, you cannot survive Chicago winters. 2016, I moved from PwC to Deloitte Consulting in San Francisco because I wanted to stay in touch with the entrepreneurship VC domain here. That's where I moved here. And in 2020, I launched High Counselor. Okay. So basically, at High Counselor, our vision was to help people with everything that they need for their job search. Because uh, to find your ideal job, you need probably 3 different things, right? Either you need to prepare for interview, you need to have your LinkedIn and resume in the right format, and eventually you also need interview calls, right? So we provide a 360-degree ecosystem basically for candidates, where we help them with everything that they need for their job search. And this was my vision right from the beginning. I never wanted to create something where we just help candidates with like getting hands-on work experience, or just like fixing their resume, or just helping them with the referrals. It has to be an end-to-end solution. Okay. And the reason we started High Counselor, basically, and you may have realized it, right? Raise your hands in the chat box if you've realized it, that a lot of candidates do not get interview calls because they lack hands-on work experience, as I mentioned at the beginning, right? And even when people are ready to crack interviews, they do not know how to get interview calls, right? Landing interview call, that's a pain in itself. So to solve basically these two major challenges, we launched High Counselor, right? And we are based out of Silicon Valley. We have helped candidates land a job at about 120 different employers, and the average salary that these people have landed is about $91,000, and the average time for these people to land a job is about 11 weeks. Okay. We support basically a very limited roles right now. Okay. So our expertise is in software engineering. So if you're looking for like a front end, back end, full stack role, we should be able to help you out. If you're looking for a career in data science, that include data analyst, data scientist, data engineer role, we have an expertise there. If you're looking for a job in product management, Salesforce consulting, or sales related roles, then also we can help you out. Okay. But anything outside of these 5 roles, we don't have an expertise there. Okay. So we don't jump into those domains. Now, how we work is, so for example, you have to apply to our program on our website, which is highcounselor.com. You go there, you apply, and if you're selected into our cohort, then first we prepare you to crack interviews, because a lot of candidates think that landing an interview is a big deal. But let me tell you that cracking an interview is even tougher than just landing interview calls, right? So first we help you to get in a situation where you can crack any interviews, right? And this includes the technical and the behavioral interview preparation and getting you work experience, especially those who don't have hands-on work experience, we provide you work experience either through real-world projects or by getting you an internship with startups here in the Bay Area or in New York City. Okay. In parallel, we fix your resume, LinkedIn, provide you mock interviews, and hopefully, when you get ready to crack interviews, we also help you get interview calls. Okay. So we help you get interview calls either by referring you directly to the employers. We work with about 150 employers at this point. So whenever they have job openings, we directly recommend you. We have a tool. Basically, this is a proprietary tool. Using this tool, we automatically search relevant jobs for you, and we automatically apply on your behalf, so that manual job search and manual application, that pain goes out, right? And then we automatically email networking for you, and we provide you one-on-one support until you land a job. Okay. And this timeline of 4 weeks, this is flexible. It's not like strict 4 weeks. If you're already prepared, excuse me, if you're already prepared, you can probably get this done within 2 weeks, or if you're not prepared, you can take a little bit longer time. Okay. uh, the pricing option, the way we work is, so we work on income share agreement, right? So if you are currently unemployed, you're not earning at all, you're just searching for a job, you don't have to pay us anything upfront. There is no upfront payment. Okay. We help you prepare for interview, we help you land a job. Once you land a job, only after that, when you start getting your salary, you pay us 9% of your first year salary to us. Okay. In monthly installments. That is first thing. So just think it in a manner that if you get $100,000 base salary, you'll pay us 9%, which is $9,000 of it in 6 monthly installments. Okay. Those who are already employed and already earning something, say you are earning $60,000, but you want to get $150,000 job, right? Then also you can enroll into our program. But for you guys, there is a $1,500 enrollment fee. Okay. But those who are unemployed, doesn't have a job, looking for a job right now, there is no upfront payment. Okay. And by the way, first week of High Counselor program is absolutely free. You can try. If it doesn't work for you, you can leave. Okay. Boom. And to apply to our High Counselor cohort, simply go to our website, which is highcounselor.com. Here you'll find a button called apply to upcoming cohort, right? If you can see this button, when you go to apply to upcoming cohort, there is an application called start application. Simply fill this application. It will take 5-7 minutes. Our team will review your application and will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours whether we can accept you or we cannot accept you. Okay. If we are unable to accept you, probably we are not a right fit, or maybe sometimes our batches fell out a little bit quick. Okay. And I'll put this link in the chat box if you want to go ahead and apply. So you can also do that. Let me put the link here in the chat box. Da, 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 da. Where is that? How can I add this? Give me 1 second. I'm new to StreamYard, so I'm just figuring out. Okay, here you go. So you can simply go to this, add banner, and here you go. Okay. I'll share my screen again. And now I think we are ready to get started. Okay. So, and any questions related to High Counselor cohort or program, I'll be happy to take those questions at the end of this. But now let's get started on our project, live project. Okay, that's why we are all are here. Again, those who have just joined, just want to let you know that the reason we are doing this live project, because we want candidates to have hands-on problem solving experience, right? When you work on academic projects, you are far away from reality, right? Because for example, in my company, we work on a stack of which is a combination of Selenium, Python, as well as generative AI. Okay. Now universities do not teach this thing. The same thing is true for data science projects, right? You need to work on real data set to literally clean it, to make it compatible, to do the real analysis using SQL and Python, and then you come up with reports and dashboards. So so that's the objective, to give you a real hands-on work experience, so the next time you apply for a job, you're in a better situation to present yourself as someone who can do the hands-on work rather without getting a lot of training. Okay. And at the end of this project, we'll provide you a certificate. I think from one of the candidate, this was a question. So yes, if you complete this project within 1 week of timeline, following all the guidelines that we provide you, we will provide you a certificate that you can share on your LinkedIn, that you can share on with your recruiters as well. Okay. You can also write experience of this project You can write, say, 2 or 3 bullet points from this particular project experience in your resume and on your LinkedIn profile as well. Okay. Now, in this project, there will be a few mentors. So, myself, Dr. Amit, he was not able to join. We will be your uh, we will be your functional, I would say, mentors for this project. Any functional question related to this project will be able to help you, while Chirag and Vivek will be your technical mentors. Okay, they will solve all of your problems related to, or your questions related to technical issues in this project. Okay, I'll tell you how you can communicate with them. Okay. Now, let's. So, what is this project about? As I mentioned on the very first, this one. So, this project is related to data analyst or data scientist job role. Okay, a little less on data scientist job role, but more on a data analyst job role. But I think even if you're targeting a data scientist or data engineer job role, you need to have the skills. Okay, in this project, we are going to do an analysis on work-related fatalities study. And in this project, we are going to use Excel skills, your data cleaning skills, data analysis skills, your Python and your MySQL skills. Okay, and your SQL analysis query skills as well. Okay. Now, a little bit details of this project. So, in this project, basically, we will provide you a real world data set. Okay. In this data set, you'll get data related to fatal incidents that occurred in various workplaces. Okay. You're going to analyze this data set, clean this data set. You're going to mine relevant information using Python and MySQL. We will provide you a MySQL database as well. Every candidate will get his or her personalized MySQL data set. Okay. And this project is divided into two modules. Okay. First, you are going to pre-process data using Python, and second, you are going to analyze this data using SQL. Now, let me show you where you can find details related to this project. So guys, get everyone attention here. The first thing is you can find project details on highcounselor.com/projects. Okay, let me go there. So simply you need to come to this particular URL, which is highcounselor.com/projects. When you come to this particular URL, the very first project over here, if you can see, work related fatality study and in-depth analysis using Python and MySQL. Go to this particular project, and this is where you'll find, oh, first you'll need to create a free account, right? So I'll just log into my dummy account. Okay. So I've logged in here. Now, when you click on this particular project, you'll get all the details related to this project. Here you can see this is module number 1, and this module has 4 tasks, right? And you can find detail of this particular task here. And this is the module number 2. And in module number 2, there are 10 tasks. Guys, this is a very, very thorough project. You'll go end to end, and you literally get to a different level once you complete this particular project. So there are 2 modules, about 14 tasks in total, and you can start working on this project. But before you start working on this project, I want to tell you about our sandbox. Okay. So when we initially started these projects, a lot of candidates said that, Aditya, we don't have a great system, or I don't have XYZ installed in my system. We don't have a particular Python library, right? Or their system did not have a great RAM, or did not have a great processor. So you don't need to have a great system configuration, because we provide you a virtual computer here. Where you click on this sandbox link, you'll be taken to the screen. And here what you need to do is you need to create a new template. Okay, this will create your virtual background. So for example, fatality study, just name this project. Okay, and choose a template. I'm seeing a lot of templates, but you'll only see this particular option, work related fatality study, and then click on create. When you click on create, can you see here the fatality study initializing? The system is creating a virtual laptop for you, where you can complete this entire project end to end. Okay. So, and the system usually takes about 45 seconds to 1 minute to create your virtual laptop. You can see I did a lot of other projects. I can see all other sandboxes here as well. Okay. But this one is for fatality study. It usually takes, as I said, about a minute of time to create a system for you. So let's give it a few minutes. In the meantime, let's go back here and let me provide you some more information related to this project. Now, to get started on this project, first you have to click on create enroll. That is first step. The second step is you need to work in a team, guys. This is super important because in real world scenario, you never work just by yourself. You always work in a team. Okay, let me just double check whether there are any questions. Can you please send links for both? Yeah, I'll provide you links for both, guys. Don't worry about it. Okay. I would provide you link for every single thing. So don't worry. Let me first explain you. So, first thing is you need to enroll. Second is you need to work in a team. How you are going to find your team members? And as you may have seen at the beginning, we have people from Europe, India, United States, Australia, Africa. We have people from everywhere. It's a chance for you to work in a global team. It will help you in your interviews a lot. You can literally talk about your that hey, I worked in a team of four on this particular project. So that those people were situated in four different time zones. Okay. Click on check on my team details. Okay. Here you can see also right now there is no team assigned to me. So click on add me to a team and then enter your information, your name, your email ID, your phone number. So, for example, I'll add a phone number here. Your LinkedIn profile URL, guys, it is very important that you add a correct LinkedIn profile URL. Okay, so for example, my LinkedIn profile URL, I can simply go to my this. This is my LinkedIn profile URL. I can go here and add my LinkedIn profile URL. Select your country. I'm basically situated in United States. Click on submit. As soon as I click on submit, it says added to a team successfully. Check my team. I check my team and here I can see these are my teammates. Okay. Now I will reach out to these teammates and schedule a meeting. I'll come up with a team name and you will let us know what your team name is. Okay. So you can come up with team name like, oh, our team name is Data Unicorns or our team name is Data Experts, right? Now, the next important thing is where are you going to let us know about your team name? This is very, very important. Guys, any question until this point? Let's take a 1 minute break and we'll jump onto it again. In the meantime, just let me know what is, if you have any questions. That is very, very important. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I will get, let's see if there are any questions and we'll jump on to other details. I think there is a lag of 1 minute or so. 1 second. If there are any questions or confusion until this point, please let me know and then I'll jump on to the next steps on how you can communicate any information or ask any question from us during this project. Okay, which is very, very important actually. Okay. I think there is, I think, 1 second delay or something on my end. So let's see. Okay, let me see if there are any questions. Okay, we are good. Aditya says, okay, so Ramesh says, clear. How do I form my team? Okay, you need to go to highcounselor.com/projects. Let me put that on the screen for everyone. Give me 1 second, guys, and I'll add this particular banner, which is highcounselor.com/projects. And boom. So go to this particular URL and you'll find the project. Click on check my team or create my team and you'll find your team over there. Okay. Cool. Let's move ahead, guys, and let me now tell you how you can communicate with us, which is very, very important part of this entire thing. Because you will be having questions during this entire time. You may come up with any particular concern. So we are here to help you out. Let me share my screen again. Okay. Let's go. So you should be able to see my screen now. Perfect. So guys, now if you want to communicate us anything, whether it's your team name, whether you have a question, you need to go to this anchor post. Anchor post is a LinkedIn post that we create for any communication related to this project. Okay, let me add this anchor post link in the chat box for everyone. I would highly recommend you to simply go to this link and like or comment on it really quick so that you have it, or just save it. Okay, I've added it in the chat box. This is anchor post link. Okay, please save it, or I would say please like or comment on it, or save it on your system. On your system. Okay, so I'm sharing it in the chat box for everyone, guys. This is our anchor post link. Basically, in this particular post, we are going to provide you all the live information related to this project, and you can post any question related to this particular project here in this anchor post link. Okay, for example, you can say, hey, I'm facing an issue with my sandbox. Okay, can you please help? And then our technical team, Chirag, Vivek, myself, will jump in and will solve your issue, right? Or another one thing that you have to do is you have to let us know your team name, that hey, uh, my team name is data experts, and my team members are, whatever your team members are, just tag them. Like if my team members are Vivek or Kinsley or Amit Lal, okay, whatever. So just post that. That will tell us what is your team name. And again, any question you may have, let us know over here. Super important, guys. Okay. Let me double check if people have already liked it or saved it. I can see 15 people have done it, guys. I would recommend others to do it as well. It will be very helpful. And any communication, right? Like we have shared all the important links and everything over here. Even this deck link is also provided it here in this anchor post. Okay, so make sure to like it, and or to save it or to comment on it so that you don't miss out on any information. Even when you complete the project, just come here in the comment box, or you complete say module number 1, right? So just inform us, guys, hey guys, I've just completed module number 1, just completed module 1. Okay, or we can work in a community here as well. You can say, hey, I just tried task 3 of module number 1 and I faced this issue, can someone help? Boom, people will jump in and help you out. Okay, so let me see. So we have got about 30 people. Okay, let me post again in the chat box, guys. Just want to make sure that you have, okay, please share link. Okay, I have shared the link here for everyone. This is anchor post link again. Please like or save. Boom. Okay, guys, coming back to our project details. So again, in a nutshell, what you need to do, the number one step is you need to go to highcounselor.com/projects. Okay, which is this one, highcounselor.com/projects. You'll go, here is the project that you have. You need to enroll in it. It's free for everyone, by the way, guys. You can, anyone from across the world can enroll into this project, can work with us on this project, on this live LinkedIn event, and we will help you, will provide you all the information related to this, right? We can complete it. You don't have to be enrolled into high counselor paid program, that's separate. Okay, this project is free for anyone and everyone across the world. So come to this particular link, highcounselor.com/project, enroll in it, create your team by clicking on check my team. Okay, fill in your details and you'll get your team members details over here. Once you identify your team members detail, connect with them so that you work in a team. Okay, guys, I would recommend you to schedule at least 2 meetings a week. Identify your team name and then go to this anchor post link, and in anchor post just let us know what is your team name. First of all, tag your team members. That is step number 1. Any question related to this particular project, let us know here in the chat box, and our team will try to get back to you within 5 to 10 hours, or sometimes if it's during the working hours, that will be immediate as well. Okay, cool. So that's all about project, and you will get your virtual sandbox link that I showed to you guys. Where is that? This is your virtual sandbox link. You remember we came to our virtual sandbox. You created a new template from here. Once you create it, it will come up like this, ready to start. Okay, you go to your sandbox and you will get your virtual cloud laptop, guys. Okay, read the project description first, read the project details, everything about the project is given over here. And then this is your sandbox, this is your virtual laptop. It does not matter how good your laptop or your current system is, you can utilize this particular system to do end-to-end solution for this. You can find both modules on the left hand side, and their each task over here. Now, few very important things, guys. Before you start any particular module or a task, click on this small eye icon over here to get to understand what this particular task is. Okay, that is number one thing, guys. We are not going to spoon feed you everything, because in your real world job, you don't get all the information. Like, nobody spoon feed you. You get all the information from client, but nobody spoon feed you. Okay, so that is first thing. Your database info is given over here. Super important, guys. Your database info is given right over here. So uh, just check out and make sure to use your database only. Don't use anyone else's database. Okay, now this is your ID environment. So to complete any particular task, you have to do your coding in this environment. But I understand that a lot of you are used to Jupyter Notebook. Raise your hand, right? If you're comfortable more with Jupyter Notebook. So you can get Jupyter Notebook option over here, or this is the Jupyter Notebook option, guys. Can you see it here? So you can simply click on this one and look what it says. So you can code in Jupyter Notebook, but you have to copy your code from Jupyter Notebook and come back to the screen for that particular task, paste your code over here and run test. Okay, so you can create your code in Jupyter Notebook, click on OK, and your Jupyter Notebook will open. Feel free to write or create your code here in the Jupyter Notebook, but your task will not get completed until you copy this code from your Jupyter Notebook, come back here to your task, paste it here, and then run it. Okay, so make sure you can use Jupyter Notebook, but you copy your entire code from Jupyter Notebook back in here and run your test here. Once your test case run for that particular task, go to terminal and run project. Then your that particular task will be completed. Okay, so use Jupyter Notebook, paste your code here, run it, test it. If it's working fine, go to terminal, run project, and the system will test whether your code is right or not. All set. You have to complete both the modules, all tasks within 1 week. Okay, if when you come here, you can see the deadline of the project is 14th of July. When you complete it, let us know here in the anchor post link, and we are going to give certificates to all those candidates who complete it within 1 week of time frame and who follow all the guidelines. Awesome, perfect. Let's take questions now. I know that was a lot of information. Okay, so let's take a few questions now. Let me see what are the questions. Okay, guys. So before we wrap up, let's take a few questions. Right, I'll let you add your questions in the chat box, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. So start adding to your questions in the chat box, anything related to this project. In the meantime, as I told you, I'll be adding a lot of amazing videos on my Instagram, where I'll be interviewing people on streets about their like, I mean to say, like, about their job, how did they get that job, what skills are needed, how much they're getting paid. That will give you a very relevant information. I also plan to interview recruiters, hiring managers, technical leads of different companies, and add that information there, right? So feel free to go to my LinkedIn page, sorry, go to my Instagram page and follow it, so that you can get all the notifications out there. Okay, I can see almost 40-45 people have already followed it. Just adding link in the chat box again for everyone in case you want to follow it and get all those updates. Those That is just a little way to get out of your boring job search process and get some relevant information in a little bit fun manner. Okay, so feel free to follow. Let me add here, and guys, please start adding questions before we wrap up this session. Feel free to follow LinkedIn, Instagram page. Why do I keep saying LinkedIn? Okay. I'm although those who are comfortable with YouTube, you can also follow my YouTube page for such information. We'll also conduct this type of events on the YouTube page actually. But, where is that? One second. Let me share the link with you. And guys, please add. Please add your questions in the chat box so that I can help you out with those. Okay. So here I'm also adding my YouTube channel link in case you want to follow and watch those videos. Feel free to follow YouTube channel as well. I try to keep it like more for like the tech roles. Okay. Okay. Let's go. So let's start taking questions. One second. Let me start shortlisting questions so that we can take them. Boom. Okay. Not this one. Sorry. Yes. Now that's. I am not good with editing. Okay, I hope I do this right this time. Okay, so making it a little bit comfortable for you guys if you want to find the Instagram page. Okay, let's take questions. Da da da. So let me scroll up. Okay, what is the best way to communicate with my team via email or is there a place on LinkedIn? Look, guys, Giselle, we have provided you LinkedIn profile and email ID of everyone. I would recommend you to drop an email to all of them and say, hey, guys, I'm your team member. Why don't we connect on a quick call and schedule a meeting? Okay, this is a great way that you can work with people working in different time zones. Okay, so email, LinkedIn, both are fine. Okay, and guys, please be responsive. This is an opportunity for you to literally stand out and get that work experience. Okay, and by the way, from the future projects, I'm also thinking to bring in at least one employer. Okay, so that we bring at least one employer to the event who are willing to onboard candidates for internship or for full-time roles. Okay, as we are getting people from many different countries, so we'll try to address at least one or two countries in each of the event. Okay, the next one is the project same as the team name? Is the project same as the team name? No, it doesn't matter. The project is are in a fatality study. Okay, you can name it anything. It doesn't matter. Uh, what else? Kathura says, do we get the certificate only if the whole team completes the project? No. So certificates will be issued individually. If you come, everyone has to work individually on their sandbox. That means if you complete everything that is required for your sandbox project, then only you will get certification. So if there are four people in a team, only one person do it, then only one person will get the certification. Okay. Please send the link for sandbox. So look, Sachin, there is no link for sandbox. You need to go to highcounselor.com/project and right there you'll get the sandbox link. Okay. Uh, Guys, if you can just take a moment and give me anything. Let's take any icon this time. What do we do? Let's take this heart icon just to let me know whether you understood the whole concept of anchor post, live, or the sandbox environment. Just give me a heart sign so that I get to know, okay, that you understood how to exactly work on the sandbox and how to complete this project. Okay, just take a moment and let me know that. Okay, I'll take a pause just for a moment. I want to ensure that you guys are aware. So just hit that heart sign that you understand how this project works, how this sandbox works, and how you're going to complete it. Okay, I'm getting a lot of those. Okay, perfect. This is helpful. Okay, now let me take other questions. Let me take other questions now. And guys, those who have not followed Instagram page, I would highly recommend you to follow it. We add some amazing information over there. Okay, and that too in a very informal way. This is because that is very important. One second. Let's go back to your questions again. The next question is sandbox link, please. Again, sandbox link is on highcounselor.com/projects. What level of technical knowledge do you need to complete the project? Beginner, intermediate, advanced, intermediate. Beginner to intermediate is a good one, guys. Gerald, it's a great. I mean, it's a great opportunity if you are not at intermediate to advanced level. Like, learn it and implement it here. I have been this would be immense help if you can provide the answers for the projects after project is completed. It will be helpful. Akila, why don't you share any issues that you identified with the project and or with the platform here on the LinkedIn anchor post link, and I'll ensure that the team connects with you and guide you in the right manner. Okay, but we'll try to provide you answers at the end of the project. Let's say for this one, but let me double check with the team. Okay. Poonam says team is just to support. Team is just to support. Yes, right. Because think it in a manner when you work in a real world scenario. For example, at High Counselor, we have about like 80 team members, right? When they work, they all discuss, but then they individually perform their task. Okay, so it's definitely a great way. For example, Jerel asked that is this a beginner, intermediate, or advanced? One of the team member, if he's not good with say join function and SQL, right? As a team, you can discuss, suggest, and then this team member can also grow. You can all collectively discuss and identify what is the right strategy. Okay. What if I couldn't find any teammate? If you cannot find a teammate, just start by yourself. Don't wait. Okay. But we highly recommend you to work in a team. Katie says 90% hard. Okay, Katie. I would love to know what 10% information you did not get so that I can help you out. Rosanel says, any project suitable on your website for cybersecurity graduates? Rosanel, not at this point for cybersecurity. Right now, we have projects only for front end, back end, full stack, data analyst, data scientist, and data engineer job role, but soon for cybersecurity people as well. Okay. Cool. This is very helpful, guys. I hope you have got enough information, and I hope this would be helpful for people who are looking out to get started or probably to get some experience in software in data analyst, data scientist, data engineering job role. And as I said at the beginning, we are here to help you out. If you want to apply to High Counselor program, simply go to highcounselor.com/apply. Apply there. If you're a right fit, we'll admit you. We'll be happy to help you find your next dream job. Okay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to all of you for to complete this project, and just let us know on the anchor post link. We're always happy to help you out. Okay, let me see if there are any more questions. If not, I'll be happy to wrap up this project. Can we start the project after a few weeks as well? No, Pavistri. You have to wrap up this project within the next 1 week. If you don't wrap it up, we will not be considering you for this particular project. Because again, guys, just think it how it works in the real world scenario. You never get like a time extension. You always have a deadline that hey, finish this project by in the next 1 week, 2 weeks. You cannot be like okay, I'll start it after 2 weeks. Get real time work experience. Okay, that's the objective of this project. Okay, guys, thank you so much. You have a wonderful day ahead, and look forward to getting your comments on my Instagram page as well. I'm very excited about that. I think that is a very useful information. So, those who have not followed the Instagram page, please do so. And the same thing is for YouTube as well. So, feel free to uh, subscribe that and let me know what are your thoughts, and hopefully, we'll be able to deliver some great value. Okay, have a wonderful day ahead. Bye.